The major role of the quantity surveyor in Stage 0 and Stage 1 Riba plan offer including prepare an initial budget estimate to test a feasibility proposal. Other than that, prepare a preliminary cost plan and cash flow forecast and advise on the likely effect of the market conditions. These are the major roles of quantity surveyor need to be highlighted in these stages. Thank you.
In Stage 2, the concept design, including outline proposals for structural design, building services system, outline specifications should be prepared by the design team. There are a lot of factors that will affect the construction costs, such as plan shapes, heights, materials, and more. The role of quantity surveyor in this stage is to advise the architects on impact of design development on costs so that the team can provide a concept design that is cost-effective to satisfy the client. Client will want their money to be spent sensibly, and the completed product must have the highest quality that the budget can afford. Next, QS will need to prepare a preliminary cost information that includes roughly calculated maintenance and operational costs for the concept design of the project and present it to the client. In the meantime, it is also the responsibility of quantity surveyor to further deliberate the suggested procurement path from the previous stage and discuss with the client's legal advisors on contract matters to establish a stronger and more efficient procurement strategy.
The role of quantity survey is to provide advice to the client and designers on the cost and procurement of construction projects. During the third stage, which is the design development stage, the QS, through a series of cost estimates, will assist the client and designers in setting a realistic and structured budget for construction works. This helps designers to design within budgets and allow potential overspends to be noticed early enough for savings to be made. Besides, the service that also done by the QS as the developed design stage include the following such as cost studies, monitoring cost plan, budgetary cost check, as well as value management. The more influential cost decisions are made in the early stage of a project. This is where a good QS can really add value by saving the client waste time and money. During the design process, the value engineering process will often involve questioning the use of certain materials, construction methods, or suppliers in order to obtain the most efficiency without affecting the quality of the design. QS at this stage will provide a final project estimate and evaluation of tenders or offer, and it will be complete with the tenders report and check price schedules.
Stage 4 is technical design. In this stage, quantity surveyor has to provide the final cost plan for the building construction. Quantity surveyor need to provide contractor pricing documentation and all preliminary tender in this stage as well. Quantity surveyor help to confirm the timetable for tenders. By engaging a quantity surveyor to help you negotiate the cost upfront will help your project to conform to the negotiated project timeline. Then, QS has to coordinate and issue out all relevant tender documentation.
During Stage 5, the building is constructed on site in accordance with the construction program. Construction also includes the erection of components that have been fabricated off-site. As a quantity surveyor, it is our role to examine the progress of the works at the stages set out in the contract, and the architect will authorize payments to the contractor based on this. This includes visiting the site frequently. Interim valuations are prepared to ensure the client make payment before the work is complete, and clients will be advised on the cost of variations as variation audit takes place in this stage. Furthermore, QS must also always monitor the costs against budget of any project to ensure cost doesn't exceed the budget. Insurance claims are also to be handled by QS as accidents or injuries may occur during the complexity of construction work. At the end of Stage 5, a release of retention funds is arranged as the contractor properly completes the activities required of them under the contract. Lastly, the preparation of final account is prepared at the end of Stage 5.
In Stage 6, the QS has to begin the process of preparing the settlement for the final account. The QS will start calculating and agreeing any adjustments to the contract sums so the amount of the final payment can be determined. This could take a very long time and a number of years to do. Another job is the post-occupancy evaluation. It is the process of obtaining feedback on the building's performance. In Stage 7, the QS is normally given the job to undertake the evaluation of the building's life cycle. The analysis consists of estimating the total costs of the service costs, the operating costs and the disposal costs. Another job is to prepare the recommendations for liquidated and ascertained damages. This job involves making a provision for the contractor to pay liquidated damages to the client in the event of the contract being breached. The main cause of this is due to the contractor not meeting the time given in the contract. Thank you very much for listening to our presentation.